And thank you for joining us. I'm Phoenix O'Connor. First night around the tri-states. While we weren't in the path of total totality, people still gathered to watch the eclipse. Students at the Carthage Primary School, they were able to step outside to view the eclipse early Monday afternoon. The children, they all had solar eclipse glasses, and those older in age, they actually did an activity where they drew out the different phases of that were happening at that moment, which is such a cool thing. The third grade teacher, she had this to say.
I remember seeing it when I was their age and sitting in like the schoolyard and thinking, oh my gosh, this is so scary. This is like the end of the world. I don't know what's happening. So then as an adult, understanding the phenomenon a little more of what's happening and then being able to help them experience it so they're not scared, but they also understand that there's like a scientific process that's happening is really fun.
What a cool thing. Well, coming up this evening, we're going to see how the students reacted to the eclipse, as well as some of the other ways the children learned about it in school. Thousands of people, they all flocked to southern Illinois today for the solar eclipse. Our Julia Rozier, she joins us live from Carbondale. Julia, what was it like down there in Carbondale?
Yeah, Phoenix, Carbondale was crowded. This stadium behind me here, this is Saluki Stadium. 13,000 people were packed in these seats earlier today to see that solar eclipse. But there was entertainment, there was concerts and music and workshops here at SIU for people to experience while here on campus for the eclipse. Saluki Stadium fits 15,000 people. So very, very full. And you know, when that solar eclipse totality was happening, the stadium almost went silent. People were really taking in that moment of being here and experiencing that eclipse. Many people here that we talked to today said that this was either their first eclipse or their 6th or 7th. People have traveled as far as South Africa to be here today. But other people we talked to came from other parts of the Midwest as well. Reporting live in Carbondale, I'm Julia Rozier. Back to you.
Well, we didn't see totality here in the tri-states. All of us nearly saw at least 90% of it. And some young students, this was their first time witnessing this spectacular event. Our Sarah Lighthizer, she has a story.
It was only back in 2017 that the tri-states were able to see part of a total solar eclipse that did go through the southern portion of Illinois. Fast forward a few years later, and here we are yet again, only this time we did see better viewing conditions. Carthage Primary School students were excited to get out of the classroom to view Monday afternoon's solar eclipse. While the eclipse wasn't total in the tri-states, students still oohed and awed at the sight. One student said she enjoyed the entire eclipse, but thought one part was her favorite.
Like the first part, probably, because it looks super cool.
During the eclipse, third grade students looked up at the sun with their protective glasses, of course, and drew out different phases as they occurred. This was the first eclipse that the students were able to witness and will hopefully remember. Before the event, teachers at the school told their students just how important wearing the sunglasses were at all times, went over safety, some urban legends, and more.
But we have made pictures about, like, a picture of the solar eclipse. And it was super fun because, you know, I've never done anything about it before.
I remember seeing it when I was their age and sitting in like the schoolyard and thinking, oh my gosh, this is so scary. This is like the end of the world. I don't know what's happening. So then as an adult, understanding the phenomenon a little more of what's happening and then being able to help them experience it so they're not scared, but they also understand that there's like a scientific process that's happening is really fun.
Hopefully you were able to enjoy the eclipse on Monday afternoon with, of course, your approved solar eclipse glasses. If you unfortunately did miss out on Monday's event, the next total solar eclipse that will occur in the United States won't be for another 20 years. Reporting in Carthage, I'm Sarah Lighthizer.
And thank you for joining us. I'm Phoenix O'Connor. It's what everyone is talking about, the solar eclipse. So here's a look at the view of things from Broadcast Park in northeast Cedar Rapids. Our sister station, Iowa's News Now, photojournalist Scott Zimdar, he threw this special filter on his camera all to catch this glimpse of the eclipse, where a lot of people were at the University of Iowa campus, all to watch this afternoon. Pretty cool. Oh, absolutely. Definitely needed those glasses for sure. Well, moving over to Illinois, where thousands came out to Carbondale today, all to see the solar eclipse. The energy and the excitement for it was felt throughout the community. People were cheering up until the moment of the eclipse, and then it got quieter as people were taken in the moment. Carbondale was one of the areas that was under 100% totality. Now, if you missed this one, the next total solar eclipse, that's going to be set for about 20 years from now. So mark your calendars.